So you coming in undersized, man. You coming into one of the biggest programs in all of college
Hmm.
football, undersized, man. And you about to be a running back in the ACC, man. So what does a diet and workout plan for an undersized running back in the ACC look like?
It was ridiculous. I will say I think I went into Florida State at 100. I think I was 170 pounds. By the time, and I got there in the summer, so I think it was like June, beginning of June. Let's say beginning of June. And by the time football season started, I was 195. So I went from, in a matter of like 3 or 4 months, I went from 170 to 195. Big. And, I didn't really know and understand a lot about myself and my body, and but all I knew and all that was ever told to me was you got to get bigger. If you want to play in college, like, you got to get bigger. So that was the focus. Ate like crazy, worked out like crazy, um, and gained 25 pounds in a summer, in the off in the off season. Um, and those days, I mean, it was, for freshmen, is pretty tough because everything is kind of double. Where, like, when you get a little older, become a vet in the program, you have one less workout in a day or whatever. So I think we were kind of like, as freshmen, I believe we were like working out twice a day, on top of going to school, on top of meetings, mandatory tutoring. So we're talking about every day you waking up probably 7:30 in the morning, done about 9:30 at night. Basically Monday through Friday. That's kind of it as a freshman. So it's not a whole lot of time to really do much else unless you want to lose sleep. So if you want to go out and party, do your thing. That wasn't my thing, partying and stuff. But yeah, it was very. My diet was everything was like to the T, and it really opened my eyes up to. It opened my eyes up to a lot because, we just eat. And we go by every day, we just eat. Especially, when you're in high school, you eat whatever it is. We used to eat McDonald's and stuff every single day for lunch and keep it moving because it didn't affect our bodies or anything at all. But getting into college, getting into those programs, you kind of see why they do what they do. And we were still having 2 a day practices at the time. Got to really see how important it was to eat right and to sleep, and how those things really truly affect your body. And yeah, it was, the whole weight gain thing didn't really benefit me, and only because it made me very stiff. I mean, obviously I was stronger and could probably take a couple more hits or whatever, but it made me very stiff. It slowed me down a lot because I was a speedster. It slowed me down a lot. So I did have an okay freshman season. I didn't play a whole lot, but I had a few touchdowns. And then we had a whole change my sophomore year where Coach Bowden ended up stepping down. Jimbo ended up becoming the head coach. He hired a whole new strength and conditioning staff and everything. And we were in a like three running back rotation at the time, and our head strength coach came to me and we started talking about my weight because like I said, I was 195 at the time, and I had gained all that weight so fast, and they were kind of like, all right, just from watching film and stuff, they could see it didn't work well for me. So then everything got changed all over again. My whole diet plan, everything got changed, and I ended up losing, dropping down 10 pounds. And so I was at like 185. That felt more like me. And I mean, the guys we had that came in were just, I think they were ahead of their time. The things that they had us doing, we hired some guy from Australia to like monitor. He had this system like monitoring our practices and all this kind of stuff. We had it. I mean, everything was the real deal there, and that was when I think a huge shift in me realizing who I was as a player started once I was able to drop weight, got more flexible, got faster, and I started to feel like myself again. And as time went on, throughout that season, like by the second half of the season, I ended up like becoming the starter. And it became one of those things where it was almost like it kind of went from a 3-man rotation almost to like a 2. And that was it's kind of started to be between me, myself, and our fullback. He was a sophomore as well, and ended up making the ACC championship. We lost to Virginia Tech. But yeah, that was it. It was a lot of trial and error when it came to the diet and how to work out, how to train, because I was given, I had two different staffs in 2 years, and I figured out that second staff that we had was really the right way to go and do everything.